The Bears are back, baby. And yes, all the guys on the Bears roster at the moment have reported at Halas Hall today for their physicals before tomorrow's first official practice. And we got lots of good things happening from Bears big name veterans at media pressers today, along with Caleb Williams and Odunze addressing the media, and of course, Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. Lots of great points and expectations were put out there today. A few answers that we got for ourselves, especially in regards to that defensive edge room. And this team, I'm telling you guys, is going to be very special. And of course, there was Caleb's famous sign-off from the media presser.
Thank you. The Bears.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this first episode of the Chicago Bears season of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. The offseason's over, and we are back, baby. And I am excited to bring to you the overview of the first day of training camp from the guys and all of today's coverage from Halas Hall before the first practice. You guys are not going to want to miss this season. It's going to be a ton of fun. And before we begin today's show, to welcome the Chicago Bears back for the 2024-2025 season, make sure to smash the like button on this video and comment your record prediction below. And congrats to the Andersons 36-14 and the Crawford family 38-05 on winning a Rome Odunze or Caleb Williams jersey. Make sure to shoot me an email with your information so we can get you guys your jerseys as soon as possible. And if you didn't win, don't worry. You're subscribed. You're automatically applied to all of our giveaways moving forward. I'm dropping another giveaway next week, so please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button in order to stay entered for when it drops. So to start off the presser today, it was Poles and Eberflus took the stand, which honestly, it was awesome to hear. Ryan Poles started with saying that this was the most intense offseason that he's ever had as a general manager or even an assistant general manager during his time, because this was the offseason to put the final pieces of the puzzle together and make this Bears team very special. Not only does he feel that they are on the right direction and could take the North, win in the playoffs, but get to the Super Bowl this year. Poles is super excited for this group overall and was asked specifically about a couple of questions that we as Bears Nation have been looking for, especially in regards to the running back and edge room. To start with the edge room, Poles started off with saying, quote, "We're comfortable with the room we have right now, and we think Eric Washington is going to make them great," unquote. Poles clearly has a lot of confidence in the guys right now, and I personally do too. You have Montez Sweat, who's coming off a Pro Bowl double-digit sack season. On top of it, you brought in Austin Booker, who's already getting a ton of publicity from Montez Sweat, Max Crosby, Eric Washington, all these guys that are pretty important around the league, especially at an edge position, saying that this kid's going to be special. And he looked really good in 1920 football drive. I tell you guys, if you haven't seen that, make sure you go watch that, by the way. But then it was brought up about Ngakoue, and Poles was very short and sweet, said, quote, "We'd worked with him all the way up to free agency on March 13th, and now he's doing his own thing with his own trainers and doctors. We did get better once Sweat came, or the overall team did, especially Yannick, and we're wishing him the best. And we're obviously monitoring the situation, but right now the Bears are not making moves," unquote. I like this. I like that we're not going after Yannick just yet. I think his price tag is going to continue to fall. A lot of teams are still skeptical about his age, his production last season. So he took a really good deal with the Chicago Bears, especially after paying him $10.5 million last year. Going to the running back room real quickly, Ryan Poles did hit on that he thinks this room is set up for success and is excited about the strong competition between running back 2 and running back 3. The Bears' current room is DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, Rashawn Johnson, and Travis Homer, which personally I think Homer is probably going to get cut to save cap. An undrafted rookie free agent, Ian Wheeler, is either going to take that 4th spot or he'll be on the practice squad. So overall, just a good press conference from Ryan Poles. He really didn't hit on too much more. He didn't hit on Caleb Williams' contract situation. Williams hit on it himself. I'll get to that in a little bit. But overall, nice to hear from Poles. Nice to hear that he's feeling good that this off season's over, because, man, being the Bears general manager the last couple of years has probably been insanely stressful. Going over to Matt Eberflus real quick, looked great. Seemed like a Greek god as always. I mean, I love the look of the beard and the long hair, but he had a lot of good points. One, obviously starting to say he's excited for this offseason. He said, quote, he's excited for this season, not offseason. He's happy with how the offseason went. He said, quote, "We had a great offseason. We feel good. We're ready to get these guys going tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot of fun," unquote. Also, on top of it, coach came out and said, along with that, quote, "We're 50 days away from football. We're ready to hit the ground running," unquote. Eberflus talked about a lot of the things that they did in the offseason for coaches to stay together, continue their discussions, working with Ryan Poles, working with the players to whatever expectation and allowance that they're allowed to do with the players. Things sound really good. He had a big smile on his face the whole time. This duo could be what's very special. I know that a lot of us were, after week 4 last year, we're like, do we fire Poles and Eberflus? Happy we haven't. These guys turn around the culture. They built something special, and this team's going to be great. I'm telling you guys, just wait. We're right there. Quickly, from a veteran standpoint, Kmet kind of kicked things off and said that he's ready to get things going ASAP for this offensive standpoint, saying, quote, "We got to get this thing going quickly. There's not going to be time to kind of meander through this thing," unquote. He talked about how every single year that he has been on the Chicago Bears, he's had different rosters. He's had different types of offenses. And his goal personally is always to help the Bears win and get to the playoffs. But he knows this year is going to be a lot different. He said that this is the most talented roster that he has been on. He's excited for what's next. He's excited to get things going. But I like that he said, we're not going to meander around. We got to get things started. And that all starts with Caleb Williams and his expectation, which Williams also hit on that a little bit because they asked about his speed and his adaptiveness to this game in the NFL. And overall, things are just sounding absolutely great. Kmet thinks his team is ready to go, and I think so too. Then going quickly over to DJ Moore. He says also he's very excited not only about this offense, but for Caleb Williams and what he's going to bring to this offense. Quote, "When we walked in, we were going through deep passes, on the move and all that, and we knew this kid was going to be special," unquote. Moore was very, very vocal about how he was upset about Ryan Poles trading Justin Fields, but it seems like that thought has kind of gone out the window. I'm sure they're still friends, but this is his quarterback now. And Moore has been working with Williams even before he was a Chicago Bear, according to reports, and they've gotten to know each other. They've hung out. Overall, you want that from your number 1 wide receiver and young rookie quarterback. It's just going to make the duo even better for the future moving forward. Moore also said that the offense is gelling together pretty darn well out of the gate, and they've been working together this entire offseason. So that's good to hear from a veteran standpoint. I'm happy to hear that this team is working well because that's what's going to help us win a lot of ball games. Quickly also as well, Tremaine Edmunds and TJ Edwards took the media today. Tremaine just talked about how this defense is going to be scary. He's ready for it. He knows that last year it wasn't ideal with his injury at training camp and then, coming in late, but he still had a huge season, same with TJ Edwards. And both of these guys talked very in-depth about how they're excited about what's next. They're excited about this defense. This defense understands each other. They think that they've gelled so well together. And that makes me think we do have the number 1 defense in the NFL. I really think we do. Eric Washington's going to be a great addition to that defensive line. And Matt Eberflus is an absolute guru with the defense. So if Shane Waldron can manage that offense, we're going to be just fine. And before we get more into Caleb Williams and Odunze, though the Bears are officially back for the official 2024-2025 season, summer isn't over yet. So go out to the link in the description below and get a Freshie organic tequila seltzer today. The taste of the summer, only 99 calories, coming in lime, grapefruit, guava, and blood orange habanero. Go to the link below to find Freshie near you and enjoy some Freshie before the start of the season. So let's go into Caleb Williams and Odunze very quickly. These guys are going to be special, man. Already insanely mature for rookies. A lot of the focus was on Caleb Williams. Odunze had a couple comments in there, but really the focus was on Williams. And, when Williams was asked about the importance of the preseason, usually people are like, oh, the preseason, whatever. But Williams said, quote, "Any reps are valuable." And then further stating that just practicing against this Chicago Bears defense is going to make him better and how valuable that is as well. Going against other opponents, Williams thinks that this is the toughest defense he has ever gone against. And when I'm saying that they're going to be the number 1 defense, and when they were the number 1 defense in football in the second half last year, yes, that's going to help your rookie get better. I couldn't agree more. And people think that he walked into the best situation from an offensive standpoint, which, yeah, sure, for a number 1 pick, absolutely. But the defensive reps that he is going to get this early in training camp, preparing for the season, is going to be huge for him. That's why I think he walked into the number 1 situation as well. It's not just his weapons, but it's the defense that he's going to have to practice against all the time. Because if he can rip up that defense, he's going to rip up any defense. And I'm super pumped about it as well. Williams was also asked how he's going to handle the bad days in the NFL and how he already has, because he did have some few bad practices. Didn't even skip a beat saying, quote, "I know I'm going to have bad days, and that's what's going to make me better and overcome adversity," unquote. This is exactly what you're probably going to hear from anybody, but that's what needed to be said. He said it with confidence. He knew what he was getting at. Overall, I'm super excited about Caleb Williams, man. I think this kid is going to be insanely special. He knows what he's doing. He's got all the athletic gifts that he's going to need. And then on top of it, also saying, quote, progression is key. Keep doing that over time, and I'll be able to reach the goals that I set for my end of my career and what we can reach at the end of this year and every single year alone, unquote. Super excited about that. Williams also did not really go into depth about his contract, but did say that the Bears and his party were working till midnight on both. It sounded like it was both, but it could have been either or on Sunday or Monday night. They were there at Halas Hall till midnight trying to get this thing done. So super excited that's done. He's happy. We're happy. All good there. Odunze is also excited for what's next. He quickly spoke about how he's been working very closely with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, but also Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron. So he's picking up the offense quickly, and he thinks that this offense is going to be special as well. So lots to be excited about for the Chicago Bears team, guys. Overall, I'm just excited for training camp tomorrow, and I can't wait to cover it for you guys. There's hopefully going to be some highlights and footage. I'm definitely going to be posting them on the Twitter all day tomorrow. From an episode standpoint, I'm going to wait till we get Saturday and Sunday highlights. And a Sunday afternoon, I will be posting a recap of the weekend for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But Bears football is back. Not only that, if you're going to practice next Friday or Saturday, it sounds like I'll be at both of them, so make sure you look for me. Make sure to tweet me, whatever. Just reach out and be like, hey, would love to get together. Would love to take some selfies with you guys. Would love to get to know you all. I appreciate your support, and I'm super, super excited about it. By the way, it's also going to be full pads right out of the gate for the public, so can't wait for that. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy this weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday, and bear down, baby.